Check this out. This is pretty cool. This is some Horizon hobby. It's called the E-flite MSR. I've got a Blade 400. It's by the same company, but it's harder than crap to fly. Look at all the dirt and grass on the blades and stuff, and I don't know how many times I've tried to fly. I've tried to fly it probably 20 or 30 times, and every time I fly it I crash it. It's between $30, well, between $3 and $30 every time you crash it. So it's like my, I hate to admit, it's like my 5th or 6th set of blades for the top of it. But anyway, it's awesome. It's a 3D helicopter. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And it's way too hard to fly. It's like killer hard. So anyway, I got a little Blade MSR. I got it after, and I just bind it to my little Spectrum DX6i, and it's fun. But anyway, I'll show you this. It's actually, I've crashed it probably 50 or 60 times, and the most that the tail I broke, it was like 20 bucks, and the blade grips I broke, that was like $5. But dude, they're sweet. Look at this little thing. Bring it in for a little close-up. I mean, the way that you can control this and get a feel for the way that the remote works and everything is seriously just off the hook. I mean, you get enough flight time with this. I've got a 4-port charger, and I can charge it up, and batteries charge up in, I'd say, you know, like 15 minutes. You get about 6-7 minutes of flight time for each battery. So when you think about it, you can fly this thing constantly. So I don't have to think, you know, collective, you know, left thumb. I don't have to be thinking, you know, cyclic right thumb or any of that kind of stuff. It just kind of, you get enough flight time that they're actually a lot of fun to fly. And you can fly them indoors, so even though it's like cold and snowy and muddy and gross out, I still get a lot of flight time with it. One thing I'd say, you know, as far as flying it outdoors, you can't because it's too light. If you fly it into the wind, dude, the wind will send it so freaking high, it'll put it on the neighbor's house like 2 blocks away. But it's pretty fun. I like it a lot. Do one more close up. The color good. I mean, seriously, how cool is this? As far as price, somebody's going to ask that. It was $150, and I got the bind and fly. I think mine was like $120 or $130. But you can get one ready to fly. It comes with 2 batteries and a charger and a remote and everything for like $150. They're freaking sweet, dude. They're a lot of fun. You get a lot more satisfaction and fun out of that little guy than you get out of frustration of that. I fly it, go to the park, drive out there, you set everything up, fly it for 2 minutes, crash it, then you got the next 2 hours that you're going to be taking it apart and rebuilding it. Eventually I'll get good enough to where I can fly that too. But this thing, dude, you'd be flying it same day. You can crash it 5 or 6 times, you know, and get the hang of it, and you're good to go again. This is not a collective pitch, which means that the actual blades on top don't pitch with it. It's just based on RPMs, you know, as far as how high it flies. But it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Good times. That's after I've probably spent 9 or 10 hours on this. I've got the G5 Great Plains, what do they call it? The simulator, whatever, where you do it with the USB port out of a remote into a computer. I got my little laptop. I spent a lot of time on that. I spent like 2 hours a day for a month. And I thought I was really good until I got that Blade 400 out. And as soon as I lift off the ground, bam, bam. I guess the best thing to do with the Blade 400 is just jack that thing just right up off the ground. And then you have some reaction time because it's so precise and so sharp that if you don't get it up fast, you're going to crash. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.